Hello everyone, and welcome to my YNR Homies channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Adam is asked for a favor by Victor, and Phyllis wonders about Billy's true intentions. Editors have picked all of the highlighted goods and services on their own. On orders placed through its retail connections, soaps.com might get paid a commission, and the retailer might get some auditable data for their records. Kyle greets Claire with a kiss as he lets her inside the Abbott estate. Victor is home and doing well, she informs him. Diane enters with Jack, and Kyle mentions lunch. They are happy that she is coming to eat with them and that everyone is doing well. The Abbotts have always valued gathering around the dining room table, Jack observes. Summer sits with Daniel at Crimson Lights and gives him a cheek kiss. She gushes about how much fun she had with Harrison, even if she had paint on her face. She wanted to spend time with Daniel, so she called him. She is informed by the Billy show that their mother is about to bite him, and he wishes he had a job. He hasn't arrived yet. Daniel isn't interested in working with a talkative guy. Their mother can be difficult to refuse, and Summer believes she truly wants this. Before she issues a press release revealing his new title, she advises that he let her down gently. Daniel's issue is with Billy, not their mother. He has no desire to ride the roller coaster. He wishes he could provide their mother with an option. Although she can be a pain, they have previously collaborated effectively. They complement one another, and it would be enjoyable to work with her to build something fresh. At Billy's house, he informs Phyllis that they would remain small and concentrate on these specific streamers rather than starting out large. They will expand beyond what Newman Media is able to do. He said he was done pursuing Adam and Victor, as Phyllis reminds him. She's out if he's just attacking them with this firm. Billy asserts that one of the major participants cannot be disregarded. Phyllis refuses to participate in the Abbott-Newman dueling pistols. She cautions that Daniel will be expelled if he smells retaliation. Billy will turn his media business into Newman Media's opposite. They will not be as ruthless as Victor. Billy aspires to create a business of which his father, John Abbott, would be proud. Phyllis also desires that. Let them be deceitful is her favorite way to describe them as the anti-Newmans. Noble will be a new look for her, and Daniel will like it. She attempts to recruit Summers after he offers Abbott Media as the moniker, but Billy cautions her against taking any chances. They discuss Daniel's place in the group. According to Phyllis, it is their responsibility to assist him in finding a new direction. Connor is welcomed home by Chelsea and Adam at the former ranch. Home, he marvels. Although that sounds strange, it feels very pleasant. Chelsea is hoping he will begin arranging his room. Adam wonders how he's feeling because he knows he was anxious about relocating there. Now that he knows they will both accompany him, Connor is thrilled. Adam and Chelsea agree that this is excellent when Connor goes upstairs, but she isn't as excited. She believes that they must take care to ensure that Connor does not believe they are a couple. After hearing her say it 20 times, Adam is adamant that he will respect her boundaries. He makes fun of the fact that living with him is a torment. Having her own wing will help, she reprimands. Before they could ever think about dating again, she tells him they have too much healing to do from their breakups. Victoria fusses over Victor and gets him some water at the ranch. Her dad says he's all right. What was in his mind, she asks. How close I came to dying, he tells her. He reflects on the fact that plans don't always work out in life. They will need to discuss the future. The idea of him and Mom no longer being together is something Victoria doesn't even want to consider. Right now, she doesn't want to discuss this. She nearly left without saying goodbye because she was upset with him earlier over Claire and Kyle. But then he gave her a hug. I want to keep you forever. Never. Victor puts his hand to her face. I love you. You'll have to one day. But not today, Victoria responds. She says she wants him to know how much she loves him in case they ever split ways in anger and something happens to him. Now, could we please end this discussion? Victor aspires to be realistic, it was a near miss. However, I love you. In response, Victoria says, I love you. Victor tells Victoria that seeing his kids get along would bring him joy. He mentions Adam. Although he is committed to Connor, Victoria was impressed by his willingness to defend him, and things are going well for him at the moment. They all still recognize him as Adam. She will never be able to totally trust him because of his explosive nature. He wants to set everything on fire if one thing goes wrong. Around the table at the Abbott house, Jack discusses Tracy and Alan's presence in Chicago and Ashley's business trip to Paris. Jack enjoys having family around the house, Diane teases. They appreciate Harrison. Claire would be interested in learning more about John Abbott when the conversation shifts to him. Jack is eager to share his father's story with her. He tells an old story about how John taught him to trust people and make decisions when he took his automobile. He later handed him the car's keys. He was the world's greatest father. It is now their responsibility to create additional memories in this place. Perhaps, with luck, Claire will be involved. Kyle is asked whether he knows anything about his grandfather by Claire. Though he was only with him briefly, Kyle wished he had. As Billy enters, they all concur that he was the best. He says, "Are we referring to the old man?" According to Jack, Claire was interested in learning more about him. Diane offers him some lunch, but all Billy wants is to spend some time with Jack. They are left to converse after Diane, Claire, and Kyle leave. "I know what I want to do, and I know how to do it," Billy says to Jack. He wants to discuss specifics regarding funding. Adam assures Chelsea that, as a co-parenting family, they will turn the house into their own. The thought of residing in Victor's compound unnerves Chelsea. However, Connor will be near Johnny and safe there. Adam assures her that his father won't bother her and thanks her for consenting to this. Victor is persistent when he wants something, as Chelsea reminds him. Right now, he wants them to get back together. Connor enters and requests permission to visit his grandfather. Connor and Adam demand that Chelsea accompany them. Victor and Victoria are joined at the new ranch by Connor, Adam, and Chelsea, who inform him that he looks good. Connor wants to know if getting shot hurts. Victor claims that laughing aches. He promises to always keep Connor safe. Their fists collide. Joining Summer and Daniel, Phyllis shares some extremely wonderful news. It is taking place. Daniel queries, "What's going on?" Billy and Phyllis just had a fascinating discussion regarding Abbott Communications. His ideas for starting a successful media company are fantastic. She stresses to Daniel that this is a game changer. "We can simply produce." She requests that he put aside his mistrust and contempt for Billy in order to work with her. Although Summer admires her zeal and desire to support Daniel, does she truly believe that working with Billy is a smart idea? When they split up, things were really sour between them. Phyllis dismisses her worry. They are now close friends and the only ones who had faith in one another while others had lost faith. According to Phyllis, they have matured and are aware of their differences and similarities. They will enter the big time as a result. Daniel queries whether he should assume Billy won't pursue Newman with this new business. He concurred with Phyllis when she told him she wouldn't tolerate that. She exclaims that Daniel's imagination is boundless. He needs to concentrate and pursue his passions. She truly wants this to work for the whole family because they have gone through so much together. "What do you think?" Billy asks Jack at the Abbott mansion. Jack wants to know if this is related to the Newman's retribution. It's about creating something of his own, according to Billy. Grinning, Jack inquires about the cost of this. Billy has already emailed the proposal to him. It will be well worth the investment. Victor expresses his happiness to Connor about their transfer to the property. Victoria comments on how close he is to Johnny. After asking to see the gaming room, Connor leaves. Adam and Chelsea are asked by Victor if they have all moved in. "Thank you," replies Chelsea, "it's beautiful." Victor requests to talk to Adam by himself. Chelsea and Victoria leave. There's something I need from you, son, Victor says to Adam. Chelsea inquires about Victoria's health in the parlor following the events of the previous evening. Victoria talks about their near-tragic experience. Chelsea inquires about Claire's health. Vicky claims that despite the situation, she is resilient. Victoria is informed by Chelsea that she assisted her in deciding to move into the ranch. So here I am, she exclaims, willing to do anything for her son. More, the theme song is performed by a YNR idol. Adam is asked by Victor in the main room to minimize the incident involving Ian Ward on all Newman media channels. And you don't bring up that Jordanian woman? Reporters at the gate is the last thing they need. Adam has already resolved the issue. After they met this morning, he headed to Newman Media for that reason. Nice boy, says Victor. Victor subsequently informs Connor, Victoria, and Chelsea that they are always welcome. Victoria reminds them that she's just across the field if they need anything. Victor questions his daughter about her conversation with Chelsea as they leave. It was mum talk, she adds. Although she cautions that they won't be reuniting, she believes this could be beneficial. Not yet, says Victor. More, get to know Damien, the new. Kyle shows Claire a picture of Harrison's painting that Summer sent him at the Abbott mansion. He approaches Diane, who is preoccupied, to show her. She declares that the house needs some updating. Kyle tells her that his father recently went on a trip down memory lane. Good luck persuading him. I accept the challenge, Diane replies. Jack tells Billy in the dining room that their father would be pleased with him. That's everything, Billy tells him, and all he's ever desired. They give each other hugs. Jack apologizes for ever feeling that way. Go out there and establish your worth. Be outstanding. Billy expresses gratitude to him for considering the idea, maybe supporting it, and having faith in him. Jack said that their father encouraged him to have faith in himself and that he is now sharing that advice. Have faith in yourself. Yes, I do. They give one another hug. Phyllis tries to persuade Daniel at Crimson Lights that he must return to society. She notes that he has struggled to find employment. Summer objects, but Daniel values her candor. He should put the Billy aspect out of his mind, Phyllis advises. They won't allow him to use the business as a weapon. Billy, screw you. Really? Asks Summer, raising an eyebrow. Don't tell him I said that, says Phyllis. She assures Daniel that she will always be there for her children, no matter what. How can she persuade him to agree?